Hey guys, Nick here, back with another quick iOS tip that could totally save your day. After testing hundreds of different ways to install IPA files on an iPhone and running into all kinds of signing errors, verification failures, and certificate issues, I finally found a method that has worked consistently for me. It's completely free, works on devices running iOS 26 and later, doesn't require a jailbreak, and it even lets you install more than 3 IPA apps. The setup uses SideStore and LiveContainer. And in today's video, I'm going to walk you through the entire process, step by step, and show you exactly how to install IPA files on your iPhone. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. Follow these steps at your own risk. And before we get started, I strongly recommend making a complete backup of your device using Reboot. That way, if something goes wrong and you experience an error or data loss, you'll have a backup ready. Alright, let's get into it. First, we need to head over to the official iLoader GitHub page and download iLoader. But before that, you'll need to install iTunes on your computer. You can click the iTunes link below to go directly to the download page. Once iTunes is installed, go back to the official iLoader GitHub page. On the right-hand side, click on Release v2.3.1, then choose the version that matches your computer's operating system. I'm using Windows, so I'm going to download the Windows EXE version and install it. Once the installation is finished, don't open iLoader just yet. First, connect your Apple device to your computer using a USB cable, and make sure your device stays unlocked. Also, if you haven't set a lock screen passcode on your iPhone yet, make sure you set one. This can really help iLoader recognize your device properly. Now open iLoader. Select your device and wait for the software to detect it. Once your device has been successfully recognized, you should see Selected appear on the right-hand side. Next, sign in with your Apple ID on the left. You can go ahead and sign in here. Once you're logged in, head over to the Installer section. Here, you'll see options including SideStore and SideStore Nightly. If you only want to install SideStore, just select the SideStore option. But if you want to install both LiveContainer and SideStore, choose the corresponding LiveContainer plus SideStore option. For this video, I'm going with the stable version. I've already tested this version myself, and I haven't run into any problems with it. Once you select it, iLoader will start downloading SideStore and LiveContainer. During this entire process, make sure your iPhone stays unlocked. Once SideStore and LiveContainer have finished downloading, iLoader will begin installing them onto your device. And now, if we check the iPhone, you can see that LiveContainer has been successfully installed. Next, open Settings. Go to General, then VPN and Device Management. Find a corresponding developer profile and trust it. Before doing this, make sure your iPhone is connected to Wi-Fi. Once the profile has been trusted, go back to Settings and open Privacy and Security. Scroll down until you find Developer Mode. Turn it on. Developer Mode is turned off by default. Once you enable it, your iPhone will restart. After the restart, confirm that you want to enable Developer Mode. Once that's done, go back to the home screen and turn on LiveContainer. In the top left corner, tap the icon next to the plus button. At this point, the app will usually crash. Don't worry. That's normal. It's configuring the required files. Just open LiveContainer again. Now going to Settings and sign in using the exact same Apple ID you used with iLoader on your computer. Once you're signed in, tap Got It. Next, go to the My Apps page. You should see LiveContainer listed here. Tap Refresh All. Once the refresh is complete, open the app switcher and completely swipe LiveContainer away to close it. And then reopen LiveContainer. Go back into Settings and tap Import Certificate from SideStore. When the confirmation message pops up, tap OK, and that step is done. Now switch over to the Apps tab. This is where you can start installing your IPA files. For this test, I've prepared 3 fully compliant IPA files, and I'm going to install them one by one and see how they perform. Alright, everything is installed. And as you can see, I now have more than 3 apps installed, which proves that this setup can get around the usual 3-app limitation in this configuration. Now let's launch them one by one and make sure they actually work. First up, Nugget. And there we go, it launches normally and everything displays correctly. Now, before opening the next app, you'll need to completely close LiveContainer from the app switcher. So swipe it away, reopen LiveContainer, and then launch the next app. And as you can see, this one starts normally as well. I can tap around, everything responds properly, and all the functions are working as expected. Once you're done, close it again. And finally, let's open Delta. There we go. Delta launches normally too. So as you can see, all of the apps are opening and running without any issues. Now, if LiveContainer suddenly stops opening or you start getting certificate errors, there's a good chance the certificate has expired. If that happens, go back to iLoader on your computer and reinstall LiveContainer. This will refresh the certificate. And if something goes wrong with your phone and you experience data loss, you can use the backup you created earlier and use Reboot's available recovery tools where appropriate. If your device gets stuck on the Apple logo, Reboot also includes system repair options you can try. And that's everything for today's video. If you found this video helpful, make sure to follow or subscribe. I'll be bringing you more iOS tech videos like this. And if you run into any problems, leave a comment down below. I'll do my best to help you out. I'm Nick, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.